Hello, boils and ghouls, and welcome to another exciting episode of Playing Games with Strangers. And I'm your DM tonight. My name is John. And boy, do we have a show for you this evening. Oof. All right, with me, as always, we have the lovely and beautiful Dave Clements.
Hi. No, see, hi. Really, hi.
Celeste Mora.
What's up?
Squid.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Czerwinski. We have everybody's favorite author, J.S. Earls.
It's a very weird definition of everyone, but thank you.
And then a guest appearance from Dave's sister-in-law, Amanda
Hello.
Clements.
That is still your last name, right? You didn't change it?
You are still Dave's sister-in-law?
She spells it differently.
She spells it with a question.
Just as a reminder, as you haven't been trained up on podcasting, shrugs don't convey an audio format. So.
Shrug.
You have to bang your face on the microphone or something.
Okay, so do we have any merch updates on the horizon, Mr. Clements?
No, but you should still go get a Mickey Mind Flayer shirt or sticker or something else.
You should.
Because it's fun.
I have to go get a new Playing Games with Strangers phone case because my phone died and I got a new model of phone.
Yay.
Celeste, Patreon.
For as little as $1 a month, you can support us over on Patreon. I believe it is the $5 level that you get to be in the chat with us. But just for $1, you can support us, and that goes to things like character art and hosting fees and something other than Riverside, because that's a whole nother story.
And it also will allow you to hang out with us and help us waste time during the workday in the Discord. So
I would like it known for my supervisors who may or may not be listening, I do not waste time during the workday. There is no war in Bossing Say.
this is why I don't tell my supervisors that I'm a podcaster.
Oh, I made the mistake of being Facebook friends with my supervisors.
I kind of poop out of
There's your
luck.
first mistake.
My bosses know I'm a podcaster, so... Whoops.
Yeah, but you can pass it off as cultivating workspace relationships.
Sure.
All right, anyway, who wants to be Josiah tonight?
There you go. Amanda, you could roll in the music.
She said she would do
I didn't
Josiah's
practice his
role.
voice, though.
Well, you can at least introduce the music. It's not that hard.
All right, let's roll the theme song.
Playing games with strangers, you know there's no danger. So come on in, we're all friends. Playing games with strangers.
All right, Squid, why don't you let us know why we're on a one-way trip to hell and back?
Well, what an exciting time it was last time we recorded. Emryn so nicely went to Southern Towerfall in order to find some recruits for a revolution of sorts. It was very successful. Unfortunately, upon returning home, most of my family has been killed. My note for that is something is wrong, which I think is an understatement. I called on Tom. We had a little talk, got to hear about some very interesting people that were involved in this process. He suggested discretion, which I think is interesting to say to a woman that doesn't know what that means. Couldn't find Ethan, couldn't find Katya, used the YouTube for a little bit, found Mom, hanging out with some of the younger siblings. Fun and exciting family reunion coming up, we'll see. The other party returned to the castle. The open door was there, but the daylight had been burned out, and there was a flesh pit inside that I'll just leave at that. We managed to close it all up. It was great. It was good. After very minimal game plan, which is par for the course, Orbog and Pooh met up with me. I threatened Orbog, but only a little bit, and before anything could be accomplished, tentacles erupted from the sky, and that's where we're at. Oh, also, Wilder prayed to Zeus.
From the ground.
Whatever. That's it. It's fun. Good days.
Everybody left out the tentacles in the descriptions of what happened.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of
Did
tentacles.
you tell her about the onset of the apocalypse, Dave?
I mean, everyone's been very vague about this. And I'm like, I was supposed to be there. I need to know more info.
You'll figure it out. It's like osmosis.
I thought I mentioned, but
I mean, if you actually showed up.
I was sick.
Ouch.
to be fair though, we did get you out, so you're with us and you haven't been kidnapped or disappeared or anything like that this time. Congrats.
That's good. That's good. And I was...
You and Callum are hanging out.
Oh, that's going to be full of sass.
Well, hopefully your third time through high school will be a charm.
For your reference, Callum and Aileen were getting people down to the Drow City to safety from the castle, I believe is where we were headed.
All right. Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
We last left off with you calling out to Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
As you were calling out to Zeus, several, and when I say several, I mean thousands of yellow recluse spiders pour out of the stonework in this room and begin to bundle together into the form of a humanoid wearing a tattered yellow cloth robe that is semi-conjoined with a trilobal flesh bud that has teeth on the flaps, on the skin flaps of this thing, and tentacles oozing out of what looks like a trilobal mouth that is at the top of this flesh pod.
I would like to take a couple of steps back in shock and gross.
You rang.
I did. I probably shouldn't have, but I did.
I'm a very busy man.
I can...
What can I do?
What does it take for this to end?
There is no end. That's the cruel trick of the universe. Existence is eternal. It all just depends on how you want to spend it.
Well, preferably, I would like to spend it with my daughter.
He is also creeping towards you as you are talking to him.
What do you want? What can I give you to satiate you and convince you to leave my friends alone?
It's a little bit late to be asking that. You've already been a thorn in my side.
Okay, then.
I had what I wanted initially. You took the piglet from me.
I took?
My swine.
You're gonna have to use more descriptive words, because at this point, I think you're talking about livestock.
At this point, he is right up, like in your uncomfortably close personal space.
Mm-hmm.
And he's running his hands down your arms as he's talking to you.
I'm gonna ask again. What do you want?
He leans in real close to the side of your face. And as he's coming up to whisper into your ear, he licks along your cheek with this long, split, slimy tongue. And then he whispers in your ear and he goes, "The time to parley is over. All that remains is the hunger."
I'm going to put my hand on... Does he have a chest?
Well, yeah. You remember that picture I sent you, guys in Discord? That is what you're looking at.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put a hand on him, and I'm going to cast, if I can find it, Shocking Grasp.
Oh, are we doing this? Okay.
I mean, he's threatened, obviously. Yeah, essentially, lightning shoots out from my hand at the 24.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
That's 15 points of lightning damage. Technically, I mean, I don't know. Are you officially going to say this is combat, or would I be able to do anything else?
Depends on what you want to do.
I would like to use Misty Step and attempt to get out the door.
I will do this. You can choose either Misty Step or Shocking Grasp, but you can't do both, and that's actual D&D.
Okay. I'm just going to stick with Shocking Grasp then.
All right, so you watch as lightning crackles across his body. And it seems like it almost absorbs into him. It does some damage, but not what you would expect for such a hit. And he goes, "Is this what we're doing now?" And he reaches out and he just kind of touches you on the forehead with his finger. Does a 27 hit?
I believe it does, sir.
Okay, and so he reaches out and touches you, and you get hit with just this wave of power that comes off of this finger. And you take 15 points of necrotic damage and another 15 points of psychic damage as he makes contact with you.
Okay.
And he goes, "Silly boy, you invited me here."
I invited you here because I had questions and I wasn't getting answers from anyone else. How am I standing in your way?
You and your friends.
Man, if you're so powerful, then how are we stopping you? It makes absolutely zero sense. And maybe I am a stupid boy, but I have questions and you're giving me no answers.
I have no reason to give you answers, you lesser life form. You are an ant beneath me. You should respect those of a higher being than yourself. You have brought me back into this plane, and now it shall be consumed.
Well, it seems like you're doing a wonderful job so far. And I would like to cast Misty Step and attempt to get out of the room.
What level of spell is Misty Step?
Yeah, it's a 2nd level spell.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, as you are casting Misty Step, he waves his hand and a blue wave of energy comes off, and your Misty Step fails.
Again, why stop me? Why stop me from leaving the room? I'm nothing to you. How am I stopping you from accomplishing anything that you're trying to do? You could just walk past me out this door and go find your piglet or whatever it is.
He goes, I could, and I will. But quite frankly, it's been a boring day. And I do find you very entertaining.
And then a wave of energy shoots off of him. You take 14 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
That is an 18.
Yeah, that's not going to save. So your intelligence and charisma become 1. And you can no longer cast spells, activate magical items, understand language, or communicate in an intelligible way. You can, however, identify your friends and follow them and even protect them. And he goes, now to your greater purpose. He grabs your lower leg with one of his tentacles, and he starts to drag you out of the room and down the stairs. We are going to take it down to... Okay, who is down in the lower corridors of Castle Manlagar?
Me and Aileen.
Okay. Where is Orbog right now, just so I know where he's at?
The tower.
Yeah, we're out. Emren and Orbog are outside the tower. And Pooh is inside the tower, I think.
I think Pooh was running to the north.
Yeah, Pooh was running to the north.
Okay. All right, so Callum and Aileen, as you are ushering people down into the Underdark, I'd like you both to make a perception check amidst the chaos of everybody trying to flee the oncoming destruction.
Dirty 20.
Okay. And Aileen got a nat 20. All right. So, out the corner of your eye, you guys see a very vivid, much like actually the same color as Dave's hoodie right now. Shrouded individual coming down the stairs in the castle as you are ushering people into the Underdark. Callum specifically, you know who this is.
Big fan, best friend. Love that guy.
Except he does seem to have a trilobal flesh pod as his bottom that has several tentacles coming out of it. And one of those tentacles is dragging a very enfeebled Wilder behind him down these stairs, and he is making sure that Wilder is getting hit by every stair as he's dragging them down.
Callum, do you see that?
Yeah, I think our day just got a little more interesting.
Because it wasn't already enough.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about him, but I'm awful hostile. How about you?
I'm game for whatever, as always.
Wonderful. Then I think I'd like to be hostile in his direction.
You start the hostility. I'm gonna make sure all these people are away from the hostility.
Wonderful.
And Aileen is gonna yell, "Hey, move your butts!" to everybody.
I would like to cast a spell, if I may.
Okay, feel free.
I'd like to cast Spiritual Guardian, please. I'm sorry,
Okay.
no, I'd like to cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
So similar, so different. So a large spectral guardian will appear and hover for the duration in unoccupied space that I choose within 30 feet of me. So I'm going to put it in front of me.
Okay.
And I would like it to look like Stumblefoot, please.
Okay.
And thank you. And if anyone moves within 10 feet of it that is hostile, it'll go ahead and take a little dexterity saving throw. And if it fails, it'll take some damage. In fact, even if it succeeds, it'll take some damage.
Okay.
That's handy.
I do believe it is.
Okay, so you have cast this, and now there's a spectral Stumblefoot standing before you.
There it is.
Talking about savings on dice at...
Well, that's a weird
Sage's
thing
portal.
for Stumblefoot to talk about. He's never talked about that before. He's talked about savings, but never about dice.
And so, Aileen, you're trying to part the crowds as they're rushing towards you. I would like you to make a charisma check to see if you are able to get the crowds to part in the midst of all this chaos as Towerfall is coming down.
15.
That's not going to do it. This is chaos and pandemonium, my dear. So you guys are fighting your way upstream in this.
Well, we were behind them.
Yeah, I was just trying to get everybody to go faster.
You were behind them?
Mm-hmm.
Behind them, as in between Zeus and them, as we were guiding people in. You know what I mean? Not like leading them, but everybody let's go kind of way.
Okay, I got it more as you were rounding people up and bringing them in there, so there would be like a crowd of people in there. That
More like herding.
Herding is the correct word. So not in the midst of them, but
okay.
Come along, everybody. She was trying to speed them up, not get between them.
Okay.
Plain stewardesses.
The exits are here, here, and here.
Exactly.
Will you please use them?
So, here's what happens. As you scream this out, Aileen,
Mm-hmm.
you watch as this hooded face looks towards you. And at that moment, you see under the hood and you see this leather mask that he's wearing that looks to be like it was stitched out of human skin.
So like Book from Hocus Pocus?
No idea.
Oh.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie. But he looks at you and you hear him mutter a word that you have never heard in your life before, but it strikes something in you and reverberates in such a way that you feel something come over you. What's your current hit points, by the way?
67.
Yeah, as you hear this word, everything goes black and you fall over.
Oh, no.
Callum, you watch as Aileen just falls lifelessly to the ground. And then your BFF totally looks at you and says, "Do you want to get reacquainted?"
No.
All right, then. And he proceeds to walk towards the door again.
Well, I'm not letting him leave, though. That sounds like a no for me, boss.
All right, so what are you going to do?
First, gonna give a little,
Actually, at this point, being as spells have been cast...
Yeah, I figured maybe.
What was your initiative roll?
Not great.
Mine wasn't either. Also, Aileen, go ahead and roll initiative as well.
Even though I'm passed out.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not. You're not passed out. You're dead.
Dead?
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, he cast power word kill.
Yeah, that'll do
Feeling
it.
quite better.
No, you're not. You're dead. You are.
I could
very
go for a
dead.
walk. I don't get death throws?
Well,
Nope.
No.
23.
Okay.
Golly. I had 12.
For a dead person, I have a lot of initiative.
All right. Well, we're already in order. So, Aileen, you're dead. Sorry. Squid, you're up.
Yes,
What would you
I'd
like
sure
to do?
like to.
I would say you're probably about 50 feet away from him right now as he is on some stairs heading towards the front door with Wilder in hand. Actually, Wilder, go ahead and make an initiative roll for me as well, too, please.
Great. The first thing I'd like to do is knock a little arrow, please.
Mm-hmm.
Say a little divine word, and then shoot him with an arrow if I could.
What does the divine word do? Let me ask you.
It turns it into a divine strike, so if it hits, he'll take some radiant damage as well.
Okay.
Well, a natural 18 plus 8. So some math in there. But I'm going to guess that hits.
That's 26. Yeah, that's going to hit.
Okay, so that will be 10 piercing and 2 radiant. And then I will flip him off and then go over towards Aileen. Just to position myself in front of her. coming for you, Wilder, in a minute. I gotta take care of this one first.
I started it. It's okay.
Wilder, what was your
22
initiative? 22? All right. He is... Wilder, go ahead and take your turn. You should have gone before... Squid, but...
Okay.
So from your perspective right now, you recognize the dead lady on the ground, and you recognize the guy who just shot an arrow at the guy who is dragging you. You don't really remember what their name is, and they seem to be saying things back and forth, but you don't understand the words that are coming out of their mouth. Okay. You do know that the guy who is dragging you is probably not a good guy, and these two, you feel, the two down on the floor, you feel like you have a very close relationship with them, and it seems as though the man dragging you intends to do them harm. You also don't have the ability to speak intelligibly.
Right.
Pinch him.
He's not wearing green.
Oh, true.
How do I... Gosh, it's like I've never played D&D before. Can I fight against his... I assume you would consider me grappled?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I go ahead and fight against that? Just what is...
You're welcome to try.
Check? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think that's strength to strength.
Oh, that was a winner. Come on, computer. Tell me. Or not. Don't. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that was a 2. Yeah,
you are unable to break this grapple that he has on you at the moment. Okay. He looks at you, Cal, and he says,
I don't have time for this. I've got things to do today.
And he waves a hand, and this purple door about his size this purple portal about his size opens up before him, and he steps through it and disappears with Wilder.
I love purple.
Aileen, why you gotta be dead? You know?
Am I dead, or am I undead?
Yeah, see, I could come back for you.
It's not like I'm going anywhere.
But you see, Wilder's in there, and I'm supposed to pop that man. It's not Wilder, mind you, but the other one. Let me roll for this to see how stupid I feel like being right now. Hang on.
I think this is the first time I've had Squid at an impasse.
Oh, Callum is so stupid. Can I make it in it before it disappears? Through the doorway? If I dash?
This is a dimension door. I don't think it works like that.
But what if it did?
But it doesn't.
But what if it did? What if you're the DM? You can do whatever you want.
I know I can do what I want, and I'm saying it doesn't really work like that.
Well, that's not fun, is it?
I mean, Callum can certainly try.
I mean, I'd like to try.
Go for it. What do you, describe to me what you're doing.
I think he would fly. Like wings and fly. As best as he could. To try and essentially either tackle him through the door or just go through him with it.
I'm going to do this for you.
Yeah?
I'm going to give you, because of your lineage, I'm going to give you a possibility to break how this spell works.
Okay.
And I would like you to roll a percentage die for me, please.
All right, I can do that. I have those. I have 2 of those, in fact. That would be a 96.
Seriously?
Yeah. Would you like me to take a picture?
No.
Okay.
I've not known you to be a liar, Pants.
That's because you can't see my dice.
Like, literally...
Just kidding.
Literally had it at
between 95 and 100?
Yes. Okay.
I mean, we could also say I stopped time momentarily just to get there.
No.
Break the time barrier.
No, because you've already used that spell once today already.
It's true. I had a nice conversation.
Okay, so you bamf outside, and you are outside of the tower.
Great.
And he turns and he looks at you as, you are not supposed to be here.
Neither are you, technically. So, and then I'm going to reach out and touch him if I could.
Okay, you can touch him. Go ahead and touch him.
Oh boy. All right. I do.
As you make contact with him, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Okay. This can't go bad. 18.
Not good enough. All right. You start hearing a whispering, and and every time you look at him, you get distracted as you start to hear whispers of very unpleasant truths.
So just my voice, huh?
About the bleakness of the universe and uncomfortable things about your parents. He's saying a lot of things that you don't, and it's not him, it's just you start hearing whispers saying all these things. And so what's happening now is, going forward, you have disadvantage on all saving throws against spells and effects created by him or any undead creature that deal psychic damage, cause exhaustion or confusion, or charmed or frightened conditions.
Great.
But you touched him.
I touched him. I sure did.
Did you want to do something with that touch, or?
Yeah, I would. I would like to do that. I'd like to cast a spell if I could.
What spell?
I haven't decided yet. Hang on. I have decided. I just haven't decided what part of it I'd like to cast. I'd like to cast Contagion. Pardon me, I have to make an attack for that. A 21 to hit.
That does not hit.
A 21 doesn't hit him. Oh
No.
boy. Okay, well, that's a shame.
Being as we are outside the tower, I'd like Orbog, Emrin, and Mayra to roll perception checks, please.
19 for Emrin.
All right, so what was y'all's perception?
I got a nat 20.
Okay.
19.
26.
All right, the three of you notice this yellow being on the southern side of the tower. Mayra, you actually were heading to northern Towerfall from southern Towerfall as these tentacles came up, as the central the fallen tower is something of a crisis center when things, like, should the land be under attack or if there was a hurricane or whatever, this is where the community, one of the three places the community would normally congregate in order to seek safety and shelter. And as you're approaching the tower, you see this yellow tentacled figure dragging a man fighting with another gentleman, as some pretty gnarly magic stuff is happening. Emrin and Orbog, you recognize this person. And
Do I?
Emrin? Has Emrin?
Just Carrick, right?
No, this is Zeos.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, but Emrin's only seen.
I think I've only
Emrin's
seen
seen
Carrick.
Carrick. Actually, Emrin, roll a history check because they have talked about Zeos in front of you, but whether or not you'd be able to put that together is
I'm
debatable.
gonna guess maybe not based on that roll. Yeah, that's just a solid 9.
Okay. Well, you see
Just roll 9.
You see this person / thing dragging Wilder behind it.
Great. Should we roll initiative? Should I add some initiative in there?
I mean,
How far away are they? Maybe I'll say that.
I'd say they're probably 20, 30 feet away from you guys.
Oh yeah, great. Do you think I'm not gonna want to fight? Nay, I say. Nay.
I'm trying to think of how we do this because like both Imran and I were kind of facing the tentacles. Like, how do we keep an eye on that? And
You know
like,
what?
can we hit as we?
That doesn't sound like my problem. Is all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I just don't know how to describe that or what we should do.
I like simple solutions, and the simple solution is I see a problem, and I'd like to go fix that problem,
Big
please.
Simple
bright
solution
yellow
for
one.
me is just layer effects. So, Amron, what was your initiative?
17.
Mayra, what was your initiative?
No.
Orbog, what's your initiative?
16.
11.
You got that good initiative roll there. First up, we has Wilder. You are still being drugged by this individual, and you see two other people that you recognize as being friendly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna attack him with my dagger. Just try and like stab his arm. That was a 21.
Okay. 21 does not hit, sorry.
I knew that. I'm just playing.
Okay. Do you have a bonus attack or nah?
No, I'd have sneak attack if anybody was close, but I don't.
Gotcha. Emran, you're up.
I'm gonna charge this guy.
Okay.
Probably not gonna hit this guy, but we'll see. No, I do not. But I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay.
Ooh, that's gonna hit, as it is a 31.
Yep, 31 will hit.
I hope 31 hits. I will cry if it does not. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8 slashing magical damage.
The slashing is magical?
Yeah, it's from my glaive, so I'm
Okay.
assuming everything from it is magical.
Okay.
I'm guessing. I could be wrong, but I would guess that this Yum Yum glaive does magic damage.
Okay, you make a solid hit against him with this Yum Yum glaive. It doesn't feel like violence.
Yes, I do.
It doesn't seem to really hit as hard as you thought it would.
You know what? That's fine. I'm gonna hit him again.
You can hit 3 times.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I may not hit as hard, but if I hit as much, makes up for it. 24.
Okay, that hits.
For not a lot. 7 plus nothing, but I will mark him. So
Okay.
get wrecked by my 7 points of damage. That doesn't do anything.
All right. So Wilder, you see this person that you know come up and swing this glaive at this man several times, and it makes contact a couple times, but he just seems more irritated than he does injured. Mayra, you see this fight happening, and these people are starting to swamp this guy, this creature that is dragging this other individual whom you know, given your profession, to be the leader of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, that's not my problem.
Cool. All right. Moving on.
I'm getting her out of the way. Trying to get into the castle or the tower.
All right. Callum,
Yes.
you're up.
Wonderful. Let me switch to my other sheet. I love when both of my characters are in fights together. It's so fun. Great. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stop touching Zeus because that did not go well for me. I have basically just disadvantage on him stuff, correct?
Or any other undead casting his stuff, casting those spells.
Wonderful. Then I'm just going to reach out to Wilder. Going to cast Greater Restoration.
I have to check to see if that is...
I don't know if it does, but I hope so. Yes. Any reduction to one of the target's ability scores.
You said greater restoration?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you cast greater restoration. Wilder, you come to your mind. And it's like suddenly you've had this blockage that's inside your brain removed.
All better now.
Hi, things are bad.
And it suddenly occurs to you that you literally watched Aileen die. As well.
Yeah, we're going to take care of that later. Don't worry about it.
He doesn't know that.
It's fine.
Okay, so Orbog, you're up.
I guess I can move fast enough to be able to hit him, right?
Yeah, sure.
I guess he'll just... I cast Banish!
Do you have that?
No, I'm just joking. I just wanted to see your face.
Okay, Eric.
No, he's just gonna hit him with the scimitars.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Oh. That's a 23.
Barely hits.
Yeah, not surprised. 18 with the +3.
Okay.
And I only get one extra attack, right? It's been a long time since Orbog has fought.
This might be the first time you fought as a drow.
This is the first time I fought as a drow. So do I still get, since he was a barbarian, or does any of that change?
Your class state remains the same.
Stays the same. So I do get the extra attack, but I only get one extra attack, not the... Unless I'm...
But you weren't raging beforehand, so...
Right. Oh. Nice. 24.
Okay, that hits.
19.
Alright, so... You hack him up, and as you cut into him, you watch as the viscera reaches out and kind of knits itself back together as you're cutting into him. As his wounds start to close themselves up, and he starts to look like he's regaining health. He goes,
I don't have time for this. You want your friend back? Fine. But I've got things to do.
And he swings Wilder, and he slams him into the side of the tower. So, Wilder, you are going to take just 1 point of bludgeoning damage as he slams you into the tower. And then he disappears. And Callum, I'm going to say that as this blonde figure runs past you into the tower, you momentarily feel the presence of Rhoda.
Callum does.
Not Callum, sorry.
That's a weird thing for Callum to feel.
Emran.
Less weird thing for me to feel. Wonderful. Love that for me. Both of me's.
I'm going to take a second to get to my feet, so y'all can enjoy whatever you're doing.
Emran and Callum are both going to head that direction, but for both very different reasons. Rapidly.
You're both going to head in which direction?
Did they both go into the castle? I forget what you said. Did you say into the tower or the castle?
Mayra, or the blonde figure that ran past Emran that had the essence of Rhoda, she ran into the tower.
Okay. M's going there. Callum's going to the castle.
Okay. Orbog, what you doing?
He is... So what? Dave's just taking his time getting to his feet?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I guess he's going to ask Wilder. Wilder, where's Aileen?
Orbog, I think she might be dead in the castle. We need to go.
Dead in the castle?
I'm a little dizzy. Zeos did something to her. I saw her collapse, and she didn't get up. We should go. Follow Callum. Maybe that's where Callum's going.
Okay. He'll give one quick look back towards Emran and just follow Wilder.
Sorry, I'm trying to find something for Aileen that Aileen will be seeing at the moment. So you are in a very dark space, and you see this thing as there are many people around you, and it's just grabbing them and shoving them into its various maws with these tentacles that it has protruding off of it.
I sent you my reply because it's not family friendly.
That's so wrong.
But so right.
If I read that with the right intention, that not a joke I'd expect from you, Celeste. You just shocked me.
I haven't had enough sleep.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm blushing.
You have been listening to the Playing Games with Strangers podcast with the voices of John Haryu, Katherine Czerwinski, Dave Clements, J.S. Earls, Celeste Mora, Josiah Crandall, Eric Campagno, and Steve MacDonald. The theme music was written and performed by Steve Arthur, used with permission. Find more of his music on Facebook or wherever you purchase music digitally. Please review this podcast wherever you download it from to help other podcasters find our podcast and join our community. And once again, thank you for listening.
A massive thanks to our Blade level patrons, Julie Earls, Aaron Peckham, Amanda Clements, Branson Boykin, Debbie Roth, Matthew Cosby, and Random Encounters. Learn more and see how you can support the show by going to patreon.com/playinggameswithstrangers.